The locker slammed shut with a metallic clang that echoed through the empty hallway like a gunshot in Owen's chest. But it was the laughter, venomous laughter that ripped him open. Jake's fist connected with his jaw before he could even turn, sending stars exploding across his vision as the pack of jocks howled their approval. Their faces twisted into masks of entitlement under the fluorescent buzz. In that frozen heartbeat, Owen tasted blood and betrayal, whispering to the void, "Not again." Just as the world tilted into darkness, but this time, something inside him cracked wide open, a spark igniting in the ruins of his silence. Owen Harper slumped against the cold tile floor of Elmwood High's sophomore wing, the acrid sting of locker room sweat and cheap cologne choking the air around him. 17 years old, 5'9" with a frame that screamed easy target. He'd learned early in this Rust Belt, Ohio town that being gay wasn't just a secret, it was a sentence. His parents, buried in factory shifts and faded dreams, chalked it up to boys being boys. But Owen knew better. Jake Harlan, star quarterback with a jaw like chiseled granite and eyes cold as Lake Erie in winter, had made it his mission since freshman year to remind Owen of his place. Today, it was a stolen backpack rifled through 4 fag notes. Tomorrow, it'd be worse. But as the bell rang and feet shuffled away, Owen didn't cry. He curled his fingers into fists, nails biting palms, and felt Ida hum, low and electric, vibrating in his veins like the bass from his hidden playlist of indie anthems. What the hell was that? He dragged himself to the bathroom mirror, splashing water on his swelling cheek. The reflection staring back a ghost of the kid who'd once dreamed of Broadway lights in New York, far from Milford's suffocating grip. Owen's green eyes, framed by lashes too long for a boy in this town, held secrets, stolen glances at Alex Rivera in bio class. The way his heart stuttered when their hands brushed passing lab reports. Alex, with his easy smile and olive skin from Mexican roots, was the one bright spot in this gray Hezia quiet artist who sketched in the margins of his textbooks, never joining the fray but never calling it out either. Owen had never spoken more than a mumbled hey to him, terrified that one wrong word would shatter the fragile peace. Wiping his face dry, Owen muttered, "Get it together." But the hum grew, threading through his thoughts like a live wire. He opened his mouth to test it. A soft stop, escaping on the breath, and the faucet behind him sputtered, then died with a gurgle, as if the pipes themselves had obeyed, shaking it off as adrenaline. Owen grabbed his bag and bolted for the back exit, the autumn chill slapping his face like a wake-up call. Milford was a postcard of Americana gone sour, sagging porches on shotgun houses, the steel mill's smokestacks belching ghosts into the sky, pickup trucks roaring with Confederate flags flapping like warnings. His own home was a 2-bedroom rental on Elm Street, where Mom nursed night shifts at the diner and Dad nursed beers after his line job. Their love a quiet endurance that left little room for Owen's storms. He slipped in the side door, dodging the creaky floorboards, and headed straight for his room's sanctuary of posters from queer icons like Troye Sivan and faded pride flags thumbtacked above the bed. Collapsing onto the mattress, he pulled out his journal, the one with the lock his grandma had given him before cancer took her. Pages filled with poetry, raw verses about longing and locks that wouldn't break. "Tonight," he scrawled, "they think they own the silence. But what if I scream and the world screams back?" Sleep came fitful, haunted by Jake's sneer. But dawn brought the hum again stronger, insistent, like a melody begging to be sung. At breakfast, Mom slid him toast with a weary smile. "Rough day yesterday?" she asked, her voice soft as worn flannel. Owen nodded, forcing a grin. "Just gym class. You know," Dad grunted from behind the paper, oblivious, as Owen shouldered his backpack and stepped into the crisp October air. The hum pulsed in sync with his heartbeat. Walking to school, leaves crunching under sneakers. He tested it again, whispering, "Wind. Blow," to the breeze, and a gust whipped up, scattering acorns like applause. His pulse raced. Was this real? Or was he finally cracking under the weight? Elmwood High loomed like a fortress of regret. Brick walls scarred by graffiti that whispered slurs in the wind. Owen kept his head down, weaving through clusters of cheerleaders giggling over homecoming plans and jocks slapping high fives. But in the quad, fader cruelty intervened. Jake and his crew, Brock the linebacker with fists like hams, and Tyler the wannabe edgelord with a vape cloud for a halo, blocked his path. "Look who it is," Jake drawled, voice dripping syrupy hate. "Fairy boy thinks he can prance through without paying toll." The group erupted. "Phones out for the show." Owen's stomach knotted, the familiar ice of fear creeping in. But the hum roared now, a symphony in his blood. "Back off," he said, voice steady for the first time. They laughed harder until the air thickened, the sky darkening unnaturally fast. Thunder cracked without warning, rain sheeting down in a torrent that soaked them to the bone, but somehow spared Owen. A bubble of dry air around him like an invisible shield. "What the fuck?" Brock yelped, slipping in the mud. Jake's eyes widened, fury twisting to something primal fear. "You do this, freak." Owen met his gaze, the power coiling like a serpent in his chest. "Maybe I did," he replied, the words tasting like lightning. As the bell rang and the crowd scattered, dripping and cursing, Owen walked on, heart pounding not with terror, but thrill. Words spread like wildfire through the halls. The gay kid had summoned a storm. Whispers followed him to English. "We're MS." Harlow droned about transcendentalism, but Owen barely heard. Seated 2 rows over, Alex caught his eye, brow furrowed in quiet concern. Their stares locked for a beat too long. A question hanging unspoken. "What just happened to you?" Lunch was a minefield, but Owen claimed a corner table alone, picking at his sandwich as the hum settled into a warm glow. He'd always known he was different, not just the ache for boys in a town that preached fire and brimstone Sundays, but something deeper. Like his soul was wired wrong for this world. Grandma had called it the gift of the sensitive before she passed, leaving him her old radio that still picked up phantom stations. Now, it felt like truth. A shadow fell over his tray, Alex, tray in hand, hesitating like he was stepping onto thin ice. "Mind if I?" Alex asked, his voice a soft lilt with a hint of accent from summers in Guadalajara. Owen's throat went dry. Sure. Yeah." They ate in awkward silence at first. The cafeteria didn't a buffer, until Alex broke it. "Heard about the rain thing?" "That. You." Owen's fork paused. Honesty warred with habit. "What if it was?" Alex leaned in, dark eyes searching. "Then it's kinda badass. Jake's been a dick since middle school. Deserved a soaking." For the first time, Owen laughed real, unguarded, and the hum sang in harmony. They talked then, haltingly, Alex's sketches of hidden worlds, Owen's poems tucked away like contraband. By the bell, it felt like cracking a window in a stuffy room, air rushing in. But power brought predators. After school, as Owen cut through the football field, Jake ambushed him alone, shoving him against the bleachers. "Think you're hot shit now, queer." That storm was luck. His breath reeked of energy drinks, knuckles widening. Owen's fear flared, but so did the spark. "Let me go," he commanded, voice low and the ground trembled. A low rumble like an earthquake's whisper, cracking the dry earth at Jake's feet. The quarterback stumbled back, pale as milk. "What are you?" Owen straightened, tasting freedom. Someone who's done hiding. As Jake fled, Owen realized this wasn't just survival. It was revolution. That night, the hum evolved into visions, flashes of emotions like colors bleeding through his mind. Lying in bed, Owen focused on Mom downstairs, and suddenly he felt her exhaustion. A gray fog of worry for bills and her boy's silences. Tears pricked his eyes. He'd been so lost in his own pain. He'd missed hers. Slipping down, he hugged her from behind as she washed dishes. "I love you, Mom." She stiffened, then melted. "Love you more, kiddo. Whatever's going on, we're in it together." Dad, from the couch, added a gruff, "Damn right." And for a moment, the house felt whole. But sleep brought dreams of Alex's hands brushing in the rain, lips almost meeting under streetlights, and Owen woke hard and aching, the power twisting with desire he could no longer deny. Monday hit like a freight train. Rumors swirled. Owen was a witch, a demon, the Antichrist in sneakers. Counselors called him in, but he played dumb, just a freak storm. "Ma'am," while inside, the gift sharpened. In history, when Tyler muttered "faggot" under his breath, Owen heard it amplified, a psychic echo, and replied without looking, "Say it to my face, coward." The class gasped. Tyler flushed crimson, stammering denials. Power was a drug, heady and dangerous. At lunch, Alex slid in again, closer this time. "You're different today. Glowing or something." Owen's cheeks burned. "Yeah, must be the weather." Their knees touched under the table. Electric. And neither pulled away. After school, Alex walked him partway home, their talk turning to dreams, Alex wanting art school in Chicago, Owen confessing his Broadway fantasies. "You could do it," Alex said softly. "Voice like yours. It commands rooms." Owen's heart flipped. Did he mean the power? Or just him? But Jake wasn't done. That Friday, homecoming loomed, and the jocks plotted revenge. Owen sensed Ida's psychic itch, like overhearing a whisper across town. He warned Alex to steer clear, but curiosity burned. The dance was in the gym, balloons sagging under bad AC, bass thumping through fogged windows. Owen hadn't planned to go, but the hum urged him, face it. Dressed in his best button-down, he slipped in, scanning for threats. Alex found him first, looking unfairly good in a fitted shirt that hugged his swimmer's build. "You came." A grin, hand brushing Owen's arm. Fireworks. They danced awkwardly at the edge, bodies close in the crush, breaths mingling to the beat of some pop remix. For 3 songs. It was paradise, Alex's laugh in his ear, the world fading to just them. Then the lights flickered. Jake's crew surged from the shadows, Brock grabbing Owen's collar, dragging him toward the exit amid jeers. "Time for your real homecoming, princess." Panic surged, but Owen fought the powers rise and escalate. "Not here." Alex lunged, shoving Brock. "Let him go." Chaos erupted, punches thrown, a circle forming. Owen broke free, the hum roaring to life unbidden. "Enough," he bellowed, and the air pressurized. A shockwave rippling out, drinks spilling, speakers whining feedback. The entire gym trembling as if the earth protested. Bullies froze, faces ashen. Even Jake backed up, whispering monster. Security burst in, lights blazing, and the night dissolved into statements and suspensions. In the aftermath, alone in the parking lot, Alex pulled Owen into a hug that lingered too long. "Too right. You're incredible," he murmured against Owen's neck. Their first kiss was tentative, tasting of adrenaline and rain-scented hope, under the sodium glow of street lamps. Owen's world realigned. This power wasn't curse. It was key. Word of the earthquake at homecoming spread beyond Milford, hitting local news as freak seismic event. But Owen knew the truth. The gift deepened. Empathy floods from strangers on the street. Visions of Jake's own fractures absent dad. Pressure to perform. Pity softened the hate. But Owen wrestled control, practicing in secret whispering to birds in the park, feeling their wings unfurl in response, calming a stray dog's frantic barks with a thought. School became a battlefield of stares. Some kids nodded respect. Others crossed streets. Ms. Harlow pulled him aside after class. Whatever you're doing, Owen, it's changing things. Use it wisely. Her eyes twinkled. She knew more than she let on. Alex became anchor and flame. Their dates were stolen moments, picnics by the river, where Owen confessed the powers Origina family legend from Grandma. The voice that moves mountains, dormant until pain awakened it. Alex sketched him then, capturing the hum in swirling lines of charcoal. You're a force, he'd say, fingers tracing Owen's jaw before pulling him close. Their makeouts in Alex's beat-up Civic were feverish, hands exploring with the urgency of kids who'd waited lifetimes. But intimacy brought vulnerability, Owen's first time voicing fears of rejection. Alex countering with stories of his own coming out to a family that embraced him, but a town that whispered, "We're stronger together," Alex vowed. And Owen believed it, the power humming approval. Yet shadows lengthened. Jake, suspended but seething, rallied the pack for one last strike. Owen foresaw it in nightmares, a bonfire party by the quarry, where they'd lure him out, teach the freak a lesson. He told Alex to stay away, but loyalty burned brighter. The night was crisp, stars pricking the velvet sky like accusations. Owen arrived alone, the hum a war drum in his chest. The fire crackled, casting long shadows as Jake stepped forward, a baseball bat loose in his grip. You think your parlor tricks scare us? This town's got rules. The circle tightened, 10 against 1. Their rage a palpable wave crashing toward him. Owen stood firm, green eyes locking on Jake's. Rules change. He reached out not with fists, but mind plunging into the quarterback's turmoil, the echo of a belt's crack from childhood, the terror of failing dad's ghost. I see you, Jake. The scared kid under the armor. This isn't strength, it's poison. The words weren't spoken. They bloomed in Jake's skull, a psychic bloom of truth. He staggered, back clattering, tears carving tracks through soot. The others faltered, murmurs rippling, Brock dropping his stance, Tyler looking away. The power surged then, not destruction, but revelation, visions flooding the group. Flashes of their own hidden shame-sloughed loves, buried doubts. One by one, they broke, some fleeing, others sinking to knees by the fire. Alex arrived then, bursting from the tree lean, eyes wide. Owen. He crashed into the clearing, pulling Owen into a fierce embrace as the last echoes faded. Jake rose shakily, voice cracked. How? Owen met his gaze, compassion threading the hum. Because we're all just trying to be heard. In the stunned silence, Jake nodded once, a bridge tentatively built, and walked into the night, not enemy, but echo. The quarry fire burned low as dawn crept in, painting the sky in pinks and golds. Owen and Alex sat wrapped in a shared blanket, the power ebbing to a gentle pulse. You didn't fight fire with fire, Alex whispered, head on Owen's shoulder. You healed it. Owen kissed his temple, tasting salt and possibility. We healed it. Words spread differently now, not monster, but miracle. Jake confessed to the counselor, sparking a repli anti-bullying assemblies, a GSA club where Owen spoke, his voice amplified not by force, but authenticity. Mom and Dad listened one night over dinner, tears flowing as he came out fully, the hum weaving their forgiveness into warmth. Graduation came swift. caps tossed under a benevolent sun. Owen, valedictorian by sheer will, stood at the podium, Alex's hand brushing his in the wings. "We are not silenced," he began, voice steady, the hum a chorus behind him. "Our pains are powers. Our loves are lights. From the ashes of hurt, we rise not to conquer, but to connect." The crowd rose, Jake in the back clapping hardest, his own journey just beginning. As diplomas fell like confetti, Owen pulled Alex close off stage. Their kiss deep and promising New York awaited. Art and stages intertwined. Years blurred into legacy. Owen's book, Voices Unchained, top charts. Tales of queer resilience woven with the gift's metaphor. Alex's murals graced pride walls worldwide. Rainbows born of their shared storms. Back in Milford, a scholarship in Grandma's name funded kids like Owen, turning silence to song. And in quiet nights, curled in their Brooklyn walk-up, Owen would hum soft. Electric and Alex would smile. "Still got it." Owen's laugh echoed, "Always. They tried to silence me once. But love, it amplifies everything." In the end, the power wasn't in the quake or the storm. It was in the boy who dared whisper back a voice that bent worlds not with force, but with the unbreakable truth of who he was. And in loving fiercely, Owen proved no bully, no shadow, could ever dim that light again. Owen's awakening lingered like an aftertaste of ozone in the air of Milford. But the real storm brewed in the quiet aftermath, where whispers turned to stares and stares to uneasy alliances. The Monday following the rain incident, Elmwood High buzzed with a tension thicker than the fog rolling off the Cuyahoga. Owen navigated the halls with his head higher, the hum a constant companion now, like a sixth sense tuning him to the undercurrents of every glance. Kids parted like the red sesame with awe in their eyes, others with fear etched deep. He caught fragments. "Did you see?" He called the clouds. "Nah. It's bullshit. Jake's just punking us." But beneath the noise, Owen felt the shift a crack in the town's armored normalcy, where queerness had always been the unspoken sin. In bio class, dissection day loomed with fetal pigs splayed on trays, the metallic tang of formaldehyde sharpening the air. Owen partnered with Sarah, a mousy girl with braces and a hidden streak of rebellion, who'd slipped him a note last week. "Saw what you did. Respect." As they sliced into the specimen, her scalpel steady, she leaned in. "So, spill. Superhero origin story." Owen chuckled, the sound foreign but freeing, more like a glitch in the Matrix. Felt it snap during. "You know." She nodded, eyes flicking to the scar on his knuckle from Jake's ring. "Well, if you need backup, I've got pepper spray and zero fucks." It was small, but it landed like sunlight piercing clouds connection. Unforced. Alex waited by the lockers after, his sketchbook tucked under arm, a shy grin breaking through the chaos. Survived the gauntlet. Owen fell into step beside him, their shoulders brushing a deliberate accident that sent sparks up his spine. "Barely. You." Alex shrugged, his dark curls catching the light. "Doodled through trig. Drew you as a storm god." Actually, heat flooded Owen's face. "Creepy or hot?" Alex's laugh was low, intimate. "Both. Mostly hot." They veered toward the art room, a haven of turpentine and half-finished canvases, where Alex showed him the page, Owen mid-stride, rain haloing his form, eyes fierce with ethereal glow. "It's you," Alex said simply. "The real you." Owen's throat tightened. No one had seen him like that before. He traced the lines, finger lingering on the drawn jawline. "Thanks. Means everything." But power's price was isolation's echo. At home, Owen tested boundaries. whispering to the radio until it crackled with Grandma's favorite station. Ghostly croons of Ella Fitzgerald filling the room. Mom paused in the doorway. Flour dusted from pie dough. How'd you do that? Owen froze. Then confessed in halves, the hum. The commands. The way it bloomed from pain. She sat on the bed's edge. Hand on his knee. Your Gran said you had the sight. Thought it was old wives' tales. Tears welled. But Owen. Honey, this town's not ready. And neither are you. If it breaks you. Her worry wrapped him like a quilt. Heavy with love. Dad. Overhearing from the hall. Cleared his throat. If it keeps those punks off you. Use it. But son. Don't lose yourself in it. Their embrace that night was the first in years without words. Just held space. Tuesday brought escalation. Jake cornered Owen in the bathroom during lunch. Door barricaded with a trash can. His crew flanking like sentinels. Bruises from the rain still purpled his arms. But hate burned brighter. You think you're untouchable now. Freak show. Spittle flecked Owen's cheek. The hum surged. A tidal pull. But Owen reined sympathy first. He peered into Jake's mind. Glimpsing fractures, a coach's roar. A mother's silence after Dad left. This isn't about me. Is it? It's you. Scared of what you feel. Jake recoiled as if slapped. The words echoing internally. Shut up. But his fist trembled. Unfurling. Brock shifted uneasily. Dude. Let's bounce. They slunk out, leaving Jake staring at his reflection. Owen's quiet, you're not alone, hanging in the steam. The victory tasted bittersweet. Owen confided in Alex that afternoon by the bleachers. Skipping last period for stolen time. I saw inside him. It's messed up, makes me almost sorry. Alex nodded, lacing fingers through Owen's. Pity's power too. But don't carry their shit. Their kiss started soft. Exploratory lips brushing like testing waters, then deepened. Alex's hand cupping Owen's neck, pulling him closer. Tongues met tentative, then bold. The world narrowing to heat and heartbeat. Owen broke away gasping. We should. Slow. Alex's eyes, dark pools of want, softened. Only if you want. But Owen, I see you. All of you. In that field. Under overcast skies. They mapped new territories, shirts rucked up. Skin on skin. Breaths mingling in promises. Wednesday's GSA meeting, newly revived post-incident, was a powder keg of 10 kids in the library annex. Folding chairs, scraping linoleum. Owen spoke first. Voice steady. I used to think hiding was safety. But silence kills slower than fists. Nods rippled. A freshman. Tim with pink-streaked hair. Shared his own slurs. Sarah moderated. Passing tissues. Alex sketched the circle. Capturing raw hope. By end, they'd planned a pride walk for November. Banners and all. Owen walked out taller. The hum harmonious. But Jake's fracture spread. Rumors hit. He'd punched a locker. Skipped practice. Owen felt the pull should he reach again. At dinner, Mom shared diner's gossip. Jake's mom asking for extra shifts. Tears in her eyes. Boys hurting bad. Owen's fork stilled. That night, he dreamed of chains breaking. Waking with resolve. Thursday, confrontation came unbidden. In the parking lot after school, Jake waited by Owen's bike. Alone. Shoulders slumped. That thing you did. In my head. It's true. Voice cracked like thin ice. Owen tensed. But the hum urged gentleness. Yeah. And Jake rubbed his neck. Dad beat it into mem and don't. Feel like that. But I do. Sometimes. The admission hung. Heavy as humidity. Owen's heart ached. Then own it. Before it owns you. No magic. Just words, but Jake nodded. A damn breaching. Thanks. Man. He walked away. Not fixed, but started. Friday sealed the week with fragile peace. Alex and Owen ditched for the arcade. Quarters clinking in neon glow. Skee-ball laughs. Air hockey trash talk. Then a dark booth for fries and furtive touches. You're changing everything, Alex murmured, thumb stroking Owen's palm. For the better. Owen leaned in, kissing him slow, savoring the normalcy amid magic. As October waned, Owen journaled by lamplight. The power isn't control, it's clarity. And in Alex's arms, it felt like home. Clarity sharpened to a blade's edge as Halloween approached. Milford streets threading with jack-o'-lantern grins and the scent of burning leaves. But Owen's world tilted toward sharper contrasts, light, piercing dark. Not with spectacle, but subtle insistence. The hum had woven into his days like a trusted vein, pulsing with the rhythm of empathy, allowing glimpses not just of pain, but potential. At school, the GSA's first meeting post-walk planning drew 20. The library humming with tentative voices, a trans kid named Riley sharing binder chafes. A bi girl, Lena, venting family dinners gone sour. Owen facilitated. His words landing like gentle rain were not problems to solve, were stories to tell. Applause rippled, real and raw. Alex capturing it in quick strokes of pencil. Post-meeting, Alex pulled him into the supply closet, door ajar for propriety, but intent clear in the dim bulb's glow. Proud of you, he breathed, backing Owen against shelves of dusty binders, lips claiming his with hunger honed by weeks of restraint. Hands roamed freer now, Alex's under Owen's shirt, tracing ribs that rose and fell in sync. Owen's fingers in curls, tugging just enough to elicit a gasp. They broke for air. Foreheads pressed. Can't get enough, Alex confessed, voice husky. Owen's laugh was breathless. Good. 'Cause I'm all in. It was progress bodies learning languages of trust, the hum amplifying every shiver into symphony. Homefront steadied too. Mom baked pumpkin bread. Dad cracked jokes over cards. And Owen opened wider, showing them a poem about the rain. The power veiled as metaphor. It's like, my voice finally matches my heart. Dad squeezed his shoulder. About time. Son, we got your back. Tears stung, but they were healing ones, washing old isolations away. Jake's thaw accelerated. In the cafeteria line, he nodded, minimal, but monumental. Later, in gym, when Brock lobbed a slur during dodgeball, Jake snapped. Cut the crap. The ball hit floor silent. Owen caught his eye across the court. A silent thanks exchanged. Whispers shifted, Harlan's going soft. But Owen saw the courage. The first step from cage. Saturday brought the quarry party, not the bonfire of doom from dreams, but a GSA bonfire. Sanctioned and safe. Flames dancing on the water's edge under a harvest moon. 30 showed, kids in face paint rainbows. Coolers of soda. Guitars strumming folk tunes. Owen and Alex arrived hand in hand. The gesture bold in Milford's moony gaze. Riley roasted marshmallows to charred perfection. Lena led a circle share. Voices weaving into night. Jake appeared late. Hoodie up. Lingering at fringes. Owen approached, offering a stick. Join. Jake hesitated, then sat, flames gilding his doubt. Trying to figure shit out. Owen nodded. One ember at a time. They talked low sports, dreams clashing with inner wars until Jake admitted. That mind thing. Saved me from doing stupid. The hum confirmed truth. No pity. Just parody. As stars wheeled, Alex drew Owen to the water's lap, skipping stones into black mirror. Physis. Them it's real. His kiss was salt-kissed, deepening with the night's permission. Hands linking waists. They didn't rush, savoring the slow burn. Bodies aligning like puzzle edges. Back by fire. Cheers greeted them. Acceptance a warmth rivaling flames. Monday post-party. Backlash bit. Anonymous notes in lockers. Witches and fags burn. Principal's office for Owen vandalism. Not you, but the hum traced the ink to Tyler's trembling hand. Confronting him in the stairwell. Owen didn't accuse. Scared. Tyler flinched. It's everywhere now. Freaks. Owen delved gentle, visions of Tyler's sister. Lost to overdose. The fear of loss repeating. Don't let hate be your ghost. Tyler crumpled. Note shredding. Sorry. Another crack mended. Alex's art show at the community center that week was a beacon. Murals of Milford reimagined rainbow-veined factories. Queer ghosts in steelworker garb. Owen's portrait anchored it. Eyes alive with storm. Opening night. Crowd swelled. Parents. Teachers. Even Jake with his mom. Toasts rang. Alex dedicated to the voice that thunders quiet. Their eyes met across room. Love a live wire. But Power's call grew insistent. Owen dreamed of wider reaches, city marches. Stages where his gift amplified multitudes. Waking. He confided in Alex over diner coffee. What if I take it further? Alex grinned. Then we go together. Chicago. New York your storm. My colors. Plans sparked. Applications sent. Futures sketched. Thanksgiving loomed with family feasts fraught. Owen's table mixed blood and chosen, mom's turkey. Dad's stories. Alex beside him. Hand under table. Jake dropped by unannounced. Pie in hand ma insisted and stayed. Awkward grace notes in conversation. Toasts to new beginnings rang true. As leaves fell to frost. Owen journaled, Power isn't Alanites us. Intertwined. And in Alex's embrace. Under quilted stars. It felt infinite. Frost-etched windows like lace as November deepened. Milford's breath visible in puffs of defiance against the chill. Mirroring Owen's own resolve hardening into something unyielding yet tender. The Pride Walk crystallized plans. Route map from school to town square. Banners silkscreened in art class, love amplifies. Hate echoes. GSA swelled to 40. Practices in the gym turning chants into anthems. Owen led drills. Voice carrying without the hum's push. Earning it through earned trust. Riley designed pins, tiny lightning bolts for spark of change. Lena choreographed steps. Turning march to dance. Alex and Owen's rhythm deepened in stolen hours. Weekends at the river. Bundled against wind. They'd read aloud Owen's poetry to Alex's illustrations. Words birthing visuals. One afternoon. Sketchpad forgotten. They tumbled into leaves. Kisses turning fervent. Alex's hands mapped Owen's back. Shirts discarded to autumn air nipping skin. Beautiful. Alex whispered. Lips trailing collarbone. Owen arched. The hum vibrating pleasure into waves. They're joining slow. Reverent first full union under canopy gold. Gasps mingling with wind's sigh. After. Curled naked and chill. Owen traced Alex's tattoos, a quetzal bird for heritage. You're my anchor. Alex smiled. And you're the tide. School's underbelly stirred. Tyler's confession snowballed, others admitting notes. Suspensions light, but lessons heavy. Jake mediated a circle in counselor's room. Owen invited as the one who gets it. Air thick with regret. Jake started. I led the charge. Sorry doesn't cut it. But it start. Tears flowed. Owen shared his split lips memory. Forgiveness isn't Freet's work. Hands shook at end. Fragile pact sealed. Mom noticed shifts. Pulling Owen for pie and talk. Alex, that boy's good for you. Blush rose. Yeah. Real good. She hugged tight. Just. Protect your heart. Dad taught him car maintenance. Greasy lessons in resilience. Engines seize if ignored. Same for souls. The walk day dawn gray. Drizzle threatening. 100 gathered kids. Allies. Even Principal Ellis with megaphone. Banners unfurled. Voices rise. Queer in here. Owen fronted. Alex beside. Hand linked bold. Steps synced to drums. Chants swelling. No more silence. Jake marched mid-pack. Head high. Town watched from stoops some jeers. Mostly silence cracking to claps. At square. Speeches rang. Owen's closing. Our power is presence. Unbreakable drew cheers. The hum subtly amplifying to hearts. Not ears. After. Bonfire redux at park. Mores and songs. Jake approached. Beer-free root beer in hand. Did good today? Owen clinked. We all did. Alex pulled Owen to dance. Slow sway under strings of lights. Bodies flush. Love you. Alex murmured first. Owen's world bloomed. Love you too. December's hush brought holidays laced with hope. Owen's gift to Alex, a leather journal. Pages waiting verses. Alex's, a locket with sketched miniatures them. Intertwined. Family dinner included Jake's invite. Awkward, but warm stories swapped. Laughs bridging gaps. As snow fell soft. Owen reflected, the gift gave voice. But community gave volume. In Alex's arms by firelight. It sang eternal. Snow blanketed Milford in hush. Muting the world's rough edges. But Owen's inner landscape thrummed with crescendo. The hum evolving from whisper to full orchestration as winter solstice neared. Applications loomed. Owen's essay on awakened empathy veiled the gift in allegory, earning early acceptances from NYU's theater program. Alex's portfolio, bolstered by walk murals, snagged RISD nods. Late nights. They'd pore over brochures in Owen's room. Maps dreaming escapes, subways humming like his power. Galleries echoing their steps. Intimacy flowered bolder. One blizzard-trapped evening. Parents out. They claimed the living room blanket's fort. Hot cocoa steaming. Kisses escalated seamless. Alex's mouth on Owen's throat. Hands deft with buttons. Owen reciprocated. Exploring planes of chest. The dip of hips. Their rhythm intuitive. Urgent. Climax crested like waves. Cries muffled in pillows. Afterglow tangled limbs and lazy traces. Forever starts now. Alex panted. Owen. Heart full. Agreed. School's thaw continued. Jake joined GSA tentatively. Sharing fragments. Questioning. I guess. Owen mentored quiet no probes. Just space. Brock followed. Gruff apologies over lunch. Was blind. The cafeteria. Once minefield. Softened to neutral ground. Mom's diner shift ended early one night. Catching them mid-cuddle on couch. Shock flickered. Then smile. Treat him right. Owen. Alex flushed crimson. Dad's nod next morning. Boy seems solid. Acceptance wrapped like scarves against cold. Winter formal beckoned. Jim transformed in twinkles and tinsel. Owen in borrowed suit. Alex in velvet blazer, they entered arm in arm. Heads high. Dances blurred, slow grinds to fast spins. Jake even cutting in for bro hug sway. Thanks for not quitting on me. Owen grinned. Never did. Midnight toast, to futures bright. Outside. Snow swirled confetti. Their kiss under flakes pure magic no hum needed. January's ice cracked with New Year vigor. Owen's play audition at community theater, monologue from his journal. Voice commanding stage. Director hooked, raw power. Kid. Callback followed. Role of fractured, team meta mirror. Alex's exhibit extension drew crowds. Owen emceeing. Art as rebellion. Sales funded GSA trips. But shadows lingered. Anonymous calls to Owen's home-breathy threats. Which boy? Hum traced to out-of-town echo. but unease settled. Jake warned, some parents foaming. Owen bolstered shields, practicing Ward's whispers repelling malice. Valentine's. Alex planned surprise, rooftop picnic. City lights proxy for stars. Chocolates heart-shaped. Poems exchanged. Lovemaking tender. Exploratory Owen topping first. Nerves alchemized to care. My everything. Alex sighed after. As spring teased buds. Owen journaled, power protects. But love propels. With Alex. Horizons endless. Buds swelled to blooms as March winds softened. Milford shedding winter's skin like old grudges. Owen's journey mirroring the thaw layers peeled to reveal vibrant core. Theater production ramped, shadows unbound. Owen's role demanding vulnerability. The hum subtly enhancing line delivery. Drawing reviewers, Harper's intensity electric. Alex designed sets. Painted backdrops alive with storm motifs. Their love deepened roots. Weekends at cabin rental. Alex's uncle's lakeside shack offered seclusion, hikes hand in hand. Swims in chill waters. Nights by hearth. One evening. Fire crackling. Alex knelt. Marry me. Not now. But promise. Ring simple silver band, etched lightning. Owen's yes dissolved in tears. Sealing vows with passion, bodies entwined on rug. Slow and sacred. Every touch oath. School's harmony peaked. GSA's Ally Week. Workshops. Jake co-leading, from bystander to upstander. Attendance overflowed auditorium. Principal praising. Owen's speech. Empathy isn't weakness, it's weapon. Standing ovation thundered. Home evolved. Mom hosted family dinners. Alex. Jake's mom included tables groaning with laughter. Dad shared war stories. Parallels to inner battles. Fought external. You fight inside. Braver. Threats escalated subtly, slashed GSA posters. Whispers of petition to disband. Owen investigated. Hum pinpointing ringleader Mr. Harlan. Jake's estranged dad. Back in town. Venom renewed. Confrontation at diner. Owen. Calm. Delve surface, thoughts rage masking grief. Your son's better than this legacy. Harlan stormed out. But seed planted. Prom loomed. Tickets bought. Owen's tux. Alex's cummerbund matching green eyes. Prep frenzy, Lena's makeup. Riley's playlist. Night arrived starlit. Entrance drew gassed queer kings unapologetic. Dances flowed, waltzes to hip-hop. Jake's awkward spin with date. King/queen vote, Owen and Alex crowned. Sashes silly but symbolic. Balcony escape for kiss under moon. Crowns ask you. After party at Quarry safe now. Lanterns glowing. Toasts and endings. Beginnings. Jake pulled Owen aside. Dad's leaving again. Thanks to you. Hug brief. Brotherly. As Summer whispered. Owen reflected, gifts given. Received. Love's the truest power. Summer's heat wave baked Milford golden. Graduation's capstone capping Owen's high school saga with bittersweet fire. Ceremony under tent against rain thread. Names called. Owen's drawing whoops GSA, crew whistling. Valedictorian slot earned. Speech polished. We awaken not to silence bullies, but to amplify souls. From pain's forge. Powers rise ours. Unbreakable. Diplomas clutched. Hugs exchanged. Alex's kiss post-stage, my graduate. Packing frenzy followed. Boxes labeled NYU Dreams. Alex's RISD sketches mingled. Farewell party at River Bonfire Redux. 100 strong. Jake toasted Owen. You saved me. Man. Pay it forward. Laughter. Tears. Dances till dawn. College beckoned August 1st. Drop-off at NYU, dorm stark. But Alex's visit promised weekends. Classes ignited. Acting workshops honing voice. The hum subtle enhancer. Alex's RISD commute, trains linking hearts. Freshman fall blurred, auditions landed understudy. Parties navigated with queer clubs. Alex's murals graced campus walls. Visits electric hotel romps. City explorations. Thanksgiving reunited, Milford home. Families merged. Jake out fully. Dating tentatively. News, Harlan apologized. Therapy bound. Spring break. Broadway pilgrimage, shows devoured. Dreams fueled. Owen's off-Broadway callback, voice like thunder. Director said. Summer internship, Queer Youth Center. Owen facilitating circles. Gift veiled and listening. Alex illustrated handbook. As sophomore year dawned. Owen's book pitched memoir veiled fiction. Agent hooked, this sells hearts. In Alex's arms. Post-show gala. Owen whispered, we did it. Alex's grin, just beginning.